Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Disclosures. I'm here joined with Peter the Insider, and we're going to cover some various events and other issues that are going on around the world today. And without further delay, let's bring in Peter the Insider.
I want to say hello to you, Jessica, and to all of our regular, maybe not so regular listeners.
Okay, Peter. So, there is so much news out there right now, and there's so many different topics, and it's very difficult to decide what's going on, but I try not to just focus on what's going on in the U.S., and I can do probably multiple shows on just what's going on in the U.S. I remember a few years ago, there wasn't this much news, but currently with everything happening and there's so many changes that there's lots of news right now. But I do want to cover things that are affecting what's happening around the world. And one of the things that we've talked about, and some people don't understand the importance of how the video games are revealing what's happening in the world today, and how this is happening on a dimensional or the other context of existence is merging with us and creating these anomalies and then things turning, so which is then ultimately creating our news and causing problems. So I thought I'd bring up this cyberpunk again, cyberpunk 2077, because already it has bugs and some weird glitches. I think that maybe it is technical, but maybe there's something else going on, and I thought I would see what you had to say about it, Peter.
Sorry, but I don't want to talk about it. You are maybe very disappointed, but I want to say something that this is so widespread and complicated topic that I want to make, let's say, Cyberpunk 2077 special. No, I mean it for real.
Okay. And so, yeah, we've talked about that before the show, but I just wanted to bring up that these are going on, and I do know someone personally, his whole computer system went down while playing this game. So we'll bring this article back, and we'll talk about
maybe, yes, technically we will save this for another time. It will be definitely special release, like special show. Yep.
Yeah, and also this is another interesting thing, and you want to bring up Elon Musk and his interest in Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah, that's let's say whole another topic. Despite it is, let's say, Cyberpunk 2077 related, or 2077, because this guy, this gentleman, is very, let's call him weirdo, because he got all the time, the mainstream media, they are presenting him that he represents, like, yeah, he's elite, he belongs to elite, he's very rich and powerful, and despite all of those things, he's like, philanthropist, make all kind of charities, organizations, whatever. No, forget it, it's not true. Believe me, it's not true. So he got his own interests, and once he quotes in quotes trolls developers that there are glitches in the game, and there are many of them, just by the way. He got his own interest, but sorry, I don't want to talk about it too much. No, because once again we need to make a special show for, especially for this game, because I've got multiple reasons for doing that, but I don't want to talk about it deeply, or deeper if you want to call it like that, because without this, respectively, once I will talk about that, there will be no reason for special show. Am I right? So that's it. I will save this for special show.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this in
Yeah,
another show. But I think we can talk about this subject right here.
I don't I disagree with you. We very desperately need to talk about that stuff. That's big difference.
Okay. So that and that's up to you if you want to share, give people an update about what's going on, because the entity called Janet Shaw, who is the sister of Heather Shaw, who manifests through the body of Taylor Swift, or looks like Taylor Swift. I don't know how to say it.
Yes, yes. I don't know. Like technically, I don't want to say I don't know. The stuff is that interchange, if you want to call it that way, because even we in ACIO are not 100% sure how it was, because in Paul Serene case with in case of Paul Serene with Kevin Spacey, we were 100% sure that it was swipe. So technically, like they changed the bodies and everything. Period. End of story. But in this case, we are not 100% sure how the heck this happened, because technically she got what, like, if I'm not mistaken, four, but at least three accidents. One of them was terrible, like goddamn horrifying car crash, and she cannot survive it. Period. End of story. And I mean, physically, it was like physical damage, right, to the body. Not a big deal. Nothing happened. I mean, like, do you know what I mean? Like, no skin burning, no burnings on skin, no, I don't know, like muscles, problem with muscles, no bones breaked or something like that. And uh, why this I want to say person, individual, this entity is of course it's goddamn good for all of her fans, um, what she did, but I don't know if something like that ever happened in history, that one single interpret, no matter if I'm talking about like man, woman, or like band, uh, they released two studio albums in 1 year. And this, Evermore, is second studio album in this released in this year, and is very recent. It's December 11th, what is just by the way, uh, because this show is recording, oh sorry, was recorded uh, at December 19th, so it's actually from our point of view, because people will uh, hear this show in future. I'm sure of it. It's only 8 days old, and that's the stuff that very stakes are very high right now, and they, aka Showhouse, have much to lose, and that's the stuff. Now they want to influence as much people as it is possible, or as it will be possible, because look at that, Just go to Taylor Swift normal page. No. You just need to click back. Okay.
The
Yeah,
what
click back. Click back. I mean
to her
the
no.
arrow. The arrow. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I believe that you get it from Wiki. Sorry,
I
my
did,
bad.
yeah.
No, I believe that it's from Wiki about Taylor Swift, so my
Yep.
bad.
There's the Evermore again. You mean just her regular page about her?
Yep, from Wiki, from Wiki. Yep, my bad. I believe you get it from that. You got it from that.
Yeah,
Where are
it's
you,
right here.
Wiki? Yeah, Wiki. I'm calling Wikipedia like Wiki. I don't know why. It's funny. So look at that. If you scroll down to the discography, yeah, you need to scroll a bit down. I don't want to say bit. It's quite a long journey.
Yeah, I mean she's got quite a
Work.
page, doesn't she?
Of course. Of course.
All her
Yeah, and
romantically.
look at that. That technically she released 3 studio albums in technically 1 year. Yeah, it's
Yep.
crazy. It's like, what the heck? It's crazy. Jeez.
Yeah, and you have 2006 is one, 2008, and then she even misses 2009,
Yep.
2010, and then there's 2 years in between. There's another 2 years in between there, and the 2014, right?
And there are three
There's three
years. What's
years, 2 years, and then here's back to back.
Yeah, because technically in at the time, like between 2K14 and 2K17, she gained the most popularity. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. Yep, that's true.
But I always like you said like there was an accident or whatever, and I mean it could. Some people could say, well, she's because of lockdown, people have a lot more time. They can't go anywhere or do anything, so they're focusing in more on work. But you say that there's something more going on. I mean, of course, like with Heather Shaw taking over the Commonwealth,
Yeah,
that
that was
that
crazy.
they have some extra help with entities, right?
Yeah, very bad, very evil entities. Yep, you are right. Very
So
evil.
and
Yeah.
well,
And technically, even this is absolutely crazy from my point of view that she won. I mean, Taylor Swift, once we want to follow official sources, right? She won like last six Emmy Awards. What in the world?
which is influencing. It's
Yeah,
in yeah, they had the entities
just
could
click, please. Click, where are they? Where are they? No. Go just a little bit more up, and there are awards. Win awards. Where is it? Yeah, awards. Click on full list, and you will be goddamn crazy.
is
Awards.
that on right here.
Yeah, you will be crazy. Just click on it. Look at that.
I
Wins.
mean,
Three
it's tons
three
of them. Here
hundred
it is.
62. Holy crap. Look at that, what I'm talking about. Holy crap. This
Well,
is
there's
crazy.
huge amounts of nominations as well, and look at all these
Yeah, but this
wins.
is it what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah,
from 2000, what? Like 12 or 13 or whatever, she gained popularity. Holy crap. Look at that. This is it what I'm talking
2007.
about.
Yep, nominated, and then boom, here we go, around 12, 13, like you said.
Yeah, this is it. What I'm
Yeah,
2013, 14, and then look at that. It's absolutely crazy. Holy crap, that's crazy. This is it. All the time. It's big time. It's like holy moly. Yep, that's the stuff. Jeez.
look at
And
that.
just by the
Look
way,
at that.
yeah. And if you go back to the previous page, just click on the arrow.
Yep.
Yep. And look on the other names. No, look at that.
Nils Jolsberg.
Jolsberg, yep. It's a typical Norwegian name. Typical Norwegian name.
Why does she call herself that?
Because she's a Nordic. Well,
Yeah,
why
and
you
there
are
was
silent?
because there was something else I was thinking about too. There was like a ghost writer, I think that she used, or there was another guy, and people thought it was her brother. I'm trying to remember what that was. So is that her real Nordic name? Is Nils?
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's actually name for males, not females. So
Right.
it's solid confirmation that it's not he or she. It's like it's only entity. Period. End of story. Bye bye. You know. That's it.
And this is the type of stuff we've been talking about for a while now.
Yeah. It is like, for example, like, okay, she's going, if you want to call it that way, in the business with her real name, what is very, very, very rare. She just, she's not, she is just not using the middle name, but screw it, whatever. And why the heck someone will use, okay, if someone won, okay, go ahead and use name whatever you want and whatever you like, but why the heck first name be man, like man's name? She completely for males. It's absolutely like, what? You know, why the heck? I'm just saying, you know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
it doesn't make any sense.
It's pretty much the same story, if you want to call it that way, like with the header. It's an entity. It's not a, you know,
Yep.
you know what I mean. It's,
Ah,
jeez, that's it.
yeah. And
Yep, it
yeah, and
is.
and then all the other weird stuff that goes on because of it.
Yep. I'm
So,
just saying. I'm just saying.
and this
I'm
this is
laughing,
pretty much
but
it. Is the
I'm
Nordics have
laughing, but I shouldn't laugh. I'm just
no,
saying.
because they're still giving you a hard time, aren't they?
You know what? I really like how you can make my day any better. Of course they are. They are leaving me quotes in quotes presents and all kind of that stuff. You know, like souvenirs. No one should touch or whatever. Guitars, like jewelry, but not fake one, made from platinum, but it was like angst. How you can spell it? This Egyptian symbol.
Ankh
Maybe you,
and Ankh.
do you know what actually we can see it on Wiki? What do you think? Can
Yeah,
we see it on Wiki? Yep, on Wiki. Yep. But I want to make on Wiki special because people can not only see it but make I mean we can read the meaning. Yep.
yeah. It's a hieroglyphic symbol representing life, and you know, with the cross, you know, here, and this loop, which is they're calling it a teardrop shape,
Yep.
but it means I think eternal life or a symbol
No,
of life
give
itself.
me, yeah, but give me a second. I got one once the vertical wasn't like this, but it was the same length as the horizontal, and then it was this like endless circle, like like number eight, if you want to call it that way. And then I figured out that, okay, what the heck is that? And there was those writings in ancient Sumerian, and it was a spell, but not like bad spell, I mean like a curse, but I don't know how can I say it, like good wish, like someone once someone give this to you, it's like I wish you the best luck in the world and forever living and be blessed because I wish something like that to you. Do you know what I mean? That was happened. That was what happened, and it is goddamn big and heavy because it's made from pure platinum. It's like what, like 5 inches in. Yeah, this is it what I'm talking about.
The
Yeah,
infinity
exactly.
symbol. And so the infinity symbol turned vertically
Yep.
beneath
It's
it. Yeah.
yeah, but technically, vertically, that means like it looks pretty much like number eight.
This is horizontal, but when it's up it looks like an 8 and it was underneath the
Yeah,
the cross part of the Ankh.
exactly, and it's exactly 5 inches approximately. What is approximately 15 centimeters? 15 centimeters high, and 2 inches, what is approximately 6 centimeters width, and it's not 2, 3 inches. My bad. So it's 7.5 centimeters width, and 1 inch, what is pretty impressive. I don't want to say 1 inch, third quarter inch, what is 2 centimeters less than 2 centimeters, like thick, what is heavy. I mean, goddamn heavy. It's absolutely crazy. It's like, what the heck? It's crazy. It's like, what? Do
And
you know what?
they were, where was that symbol at? They were holding it, or they sent it
No,
to
no,
you?
no. It simply appeared out of nowhere in the house. Like, what? How? What the heck happened here? Do you know what I mean? Like,
And so they're
jeez.
challenging you because you're with the ACIO, and they're kind of mocking that they're here and doing whatever they feel like doing, right?
Do you know what? Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's exactly how they act. It's like, look what we're getting away with. And,
Yeah.
essentially daring people to say anything about it. I'm just going to
So sorry for that. I
take a
was
look
just
at
saying it
something
was
here.
three quarter inches thin. Sorry, I needed to. My bad. I needed to
Yeah.
calculate it correctly.
Okay. So I just wanted to open up something here.
Yep.
And this was what I was talking about earlier. Listen to this. Look what you made me do cover. And do for Killing Eve, maybe sung by Taylor Swift's brother. So that's, it was like a really weird voice. And you may notice this was, what was the article? This is 2020, May. You may have noticed a brand new cover of a familiar song, Look What You Made Me Do, occurring during the episode. Swift herself was apparently such a big fan of the cover that she posted about it on social media. Very stoked about the cover. Killing Eve by Jack Leopards and the Dolphin Club. And we were talking about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And
Just by the way, people are talking about Killing Eve. Well, I was like, okay, you've got Christmas Eve, you got New Year's Eve, you got like what, Easter Eve, but what? And technically, that's it. That's it. It's like they are calling it Killing Eve, and I was like, what the heck? I was talking about it with those people from behavioral. I mean, department, people from special CIA, my bad, FBI behavioral department, like they are trying to get how serial killers are thinking, the deviation or something like that, and they are calling it killing killer Eve or killing Eve.
So it's a program. It's a program that
Yes, technically, once you've got something wicked, twisted in your head, and even people they are goddamn normal. Like nothing you will never ever say about that. What? This is regular. This is regular guy or this is regular woman. What the heck are you talking about? Like, yeah, the police officers will knock on your door. You will be. You was like I don't know, like something like that will happen in your neighborhood, and it was like, and someone will be, suspect, and he was like, what? No, this is normal guy. He's good. And that's the stuff that even the quotes in quotes absolutely like most normal and regular of the regularist can be like that. Something can trigger them. And that's the stuff I will say why. Because most people were programmed. And I will say something what will be very, how can I call it? Not uh, disappointing, frustrating, and especially in this time, once we've got Christmas before. I mean, as I like to say, it's like, say, like some sort of folk saying in our region when I came from. They are the Christmas, they are knocking on the door, so it's like the time is very close. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. But do you think that they
Uh,
originally mean like Adam and Eve
give
type of
me give
Eve?
me a second. So the stuff is that despite of this very and despite people they are frustrated from COVID, from I don't know, like from financial crisis, from demonstrations, whatever the stuff is, that something between 80 and 90% of population are programmed.
Wow.
Yeah. So technically something happened, anything, and I will not watch my language, any random shit can happen, and you will be triggered. Boom! Just like that, immediately. Like nothing.
So that's why we try to get rid of that stuff with the mint tea and the chocolate, so we're not activated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff like many people, no, it's bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Like, but that's the stuff. It's primitive because what the heck? It's just a mint tea, or
But
it's
maybe
just a, give me a second. It's just a raw chocolate and that's it.
but
It's
Peter, if
primitive.
we packaged it,
It's primitive. Yeah, it is primitive. It is primitive. But that's it.
or
Because once you want to get rid of something complicated and all kind of, I mean, well prepared and all kind of that stuff, and the fact is that they, so you are calling them elites. I am calling them like they, the hierarchy enslaving you and making like complicated stuff. No, I will use your your style because it's much easier to say. So they, long story short, elites, they don't count, sorry, they didn't count that we will use very primitive method, but we are using, respectively, we are promoting it. Just do it. I don't want to say do it, let's say, how can I say it, like 24/7 nonstop. I don't want to say 24/7 nonstop, but as I said, like regularly. But at least give it a chance. Try to do it. If you don't like it, okay, then don't do it. But I'm just saying. Do you
Well,
know what I mean? But sorry, because you want to say something.
yeah, well, a lot of people that do the work like we do, they try to market things, it's like we're not going to try to make money off of people. We just want it to be very simple. This is all you need. But unfortunately, if we packaged it and said this is the magic miracle that's going to save you from, I guarantee people would be buying it. And I don't know why there's that mindset, but I think the whole thing is just remember everything that we need on the earth is here and starts in the organic natural form. Trust
Sir,
that, right?
yes, sorry for interrupting you. I know it is not polite, it is impolite, but the stuff is, for example, like people were moving from in in US it's pretty common from state to state, and it was like a you know pretty long road, and they they left like many stuff. And for example, because of course they were not like, I don't want to, I mean they don't want to take all the stuff with them, but they simply can't. They've got like two of those pickups, big pickups, and all kind of that stuff, and they simply can't move. And especially as it is named, white electronics. And for example, there was a fridge, refrigerator, there was a washing machine, and all kind of that stuff, and it was for free. Try to get, try to guess what happened. It was like 2 or 3 days. I don't want to say bullshit, and no one took it. And then they like, what the heck is that about? And then they like on the top of washing machine they gave a microwave, whatever, and those stuff was expensive. And they were like, what? Try to guess what happened. Try to guess. They gave tag prices, and not like big ass, like, I don't know, like, okay, $50, $70, $100. In less than 1 hour, everything everything was gone, and there was a small pocket with exact amount of money. What in the world is that about? And this is a real story.
I know. I
What in
know.
the world?
I don't understand. It's some kind of mindset, but it's almost like if I have to put together a box that has some of these things in it and say this is going to help you, then it's and sell it, then I will. But I don't want to do that. I would rather
No,
people just go out and do
what
it.
in the world is that? They were giving this stuff for free, and they were fully functional. Those stuff were fully functional. I mean, high quality. I don't want to say high end, but pretty close to that. And nobody wanted it. What?
Yeah, I know.
And this is real story. I mean, I know that it's off topic, like totally off topic, but I am not pointing at our stuff. I'm pointing about the basic principle. Like, what in the world is that? And this is exactly it. We are not selling the stuff. We are not
Yeah,
making
we don't want
any
to take advantage
specific.
of anyone. We want we want to be honest, and like even my rates, I keep them low. I mean, there are people I I could provide more information, but some of these people charge $1,000 or $300, or $800. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I really don't.
Or for
I just want to help
example,
people, you know?
or for example, we can say, just for example, yeah, you need the you if you want to get rid of this, that, and that, you need to drink minty. No, but not just a random one. We can sell, and for example, we will make quotes in quotes minty in bags. Do you know what I mean? And sell
Yeah.
it for I don't know. No, and this is it. And it can be a random, let's say, a random.
Magical
Uh,
mint tea from the
yeah,
ACIO.
and the
Yeah.
stuff is, and that's it. It can be a random ratio of ingredients. Just random. We can make that. Do you know what? I don't want to think about ratio. I just fake it up. Do you know? I mean, made it up. Fine. Period. Do you know what I mean? And this is crazy. Or I don't know. This is such very special high quality chocolate. Nah. And I can buy it in the store, in the shop, for I don't know, $2 or $3, and I can make just on one package, I don't know, like 50 or 80 or $100. It is crazy. What in the world? But we are not doing it. So people, why the heck you are not trusting it?
I mean there are people that are doing it, but I think that they're thinking, like you said, it's too simple, it doesn't help. But if you put it in a golden box, or some kind of special writing about how wonderful it is, then
Yeah.
people will have more appreciation and value for it. And it's just sort of a wake-up call, I guess. We're probably talking too long on the subject, or even preaching to the choir here, but just a reminder that keep in mind of perspective, and
Yes,
that
this is
the
it.
greatest value, the most important things in this world are free. They have been free, and that's the part
Ever.
that people are
Yeah,
missing.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're here for everyone, and that's where the paradigm that we want to direct ourselves to is a paradigm where everyone has an abundance of everything they need. So there's no need for competition and jealousy and anger and
I don't
frustration.
know what the heck. This is, I mean, do you know what? If they, so elites, your way, because I really like your way. Do you know what I mean? If this was this, that technically money equals God, if you want to call it that way, or highest authority. If this was, I don't want to say the ultimate goal, but one of the main goals of the elites, then bam, they got it, they nailed it. Holy crap! Shit.
Right. They've
And just
trained
by
us to buy something that's already for free.
the way, look at that. We mentioned the name, and if you can see it in the text, you are in the screen. It's in the screen. Niels Sjoberg,
Yep,
and
right here.
on the title, like vulture. Yeah, yeah, Niels Sjoberg. Yeah, exactly,
Which
exactly.
Vulture
This.
fits this whole scenario too, anyhow. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was listening. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying. I'm just saying. Jessica, sorry, we shouldn't play this because
And
because it's copyright strike. It will hit
right,
us.
it just you could play something for like a few seconds, which we just
Yes.
did, and you could see the voice is masked. Some people think this is her brother. I was just wondering what the deal is. There something going on with the brother as well?
Yep, it is. But I'm just saying, please don't play the
Yeah.
music because we don't wanna run into the trouble, you know.
Right. We've had to change the music in the beginning of the show too because of that. But moving on to the next topic, um, here is Anonymous reveals audio file of former Area 51 employee warning about a possible alien invasion. Now, this happened a while back, and
I don't think in August, in the end of the August this year is a while back. I don't want.
no, this article has been here. I mean, I'm going to show you something in a minute. But I guess he talks about representative of the United States of the government and refers to aliens as extraterrestrial beings. And, they're showing some objects here. And this is from, I believe,
You mean this from 97? I know it. Yeah,
yeah, I just
yeah.
wanted to play it because this goes along with what you were talking about. And I think that we should preserve this.
Do you know
This
what?
should,
Yeah, let's do it.
I, um, I believe this was from Coast to Coast, and I really admire their work. So let's let's play this so people can hear it, people that haven't heard it. I don't know why it's not.
Here, hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
Then it cuts out.
I started getting...
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
It's government, or...
I don't know.
It has to be something, though.
Well, did you hear... Now, you tell me, because you were listening.
That was awful strange.
There was a really weird guy on the air when it went off?
Yeah. Real weirded out.
Like, going... Sort of sounding paranoid?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that guy comes on and he's kind of doubting the conversation because he's probably uncomfortable with what was being said.
But technically this happened like this guy was talking, and then randomly, right? The line, not only the phone line, I mean the call line or whatever, went out, but the whole broadcasting went down. Like,
right.
Period. End of story. For certain time, I mean few seconds, because they immediately started to run on backup stuff. But despite of that, it was very, very weird. But actually, this is nothing new. This was on YouTube and multiple and other platforms for years.
Right.
This is not new.
We've not talked about it. Yeah.
Sorry?
This was in 1997.
Yeah, I know it.
And let's see if they say, and I think this was the Art Bell show. on Coast to
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they did some really great stuff here. Now, do you know who this employee was? Because we've never
I
talked
can't
about
talk
this.
about that. I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Technically, I can because he's, you know,
Is he
he
still?
passed. He's passed away. You know.
So you can talk about it.
Ah, yeah, he passed away. But I'm
Did he
thinking
get?
why.
Did they kill him?
I'm thinking. How can I say it? Let's say we extracted him from this reality to another one. I don't want to say any other details because that will be a big problem for him.
Okay.
Uh, what
No, I
what?
don't want it to be a big problem for him. And he was being a
Uh,
whistleblower, and I appreciate that he did that, and hopefully he's safe
yes,
wherever
yes,
he's
yes,
at.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
What about the entities that he was talking about? Was he talking about these Nordics, or was it someone else?
No, I was sorry. He was referring to practically many, and I'm talking like many groups, they are making problems, but especially he was referring especially about Pleiadians from 12th Pleiade in the first place, and in the second place about the Nephilims. Once again, I don't know how the heck is possible that there are so many whistleblowers all around the world and they are still talking about the. I don't know how the heck is it possible that there are so many and widespread variety of whistleblowers and all around the world, and they are not talking about Elohims and Nephilims, but they are all the time talking about Anunnaki. Period. End of story. No, not. This is nonsense. Pure bullshit. Anunnakis spread it to two groups, good ones, Elohims, bad ones, Nephilims, approximately 6 million years ago. That's it. I don't know how the heck is this possible. And even quotes in quotes VIP or celebrity within whistleblowers, celebrities within whistleblowers communities. All the because it is not one community. It's like several different separated communities, and I never ever heard any of them to say, yes, they are saying there are Elohims and Nephilims, but not in this context, particular context, that they their origin was from Anunnakis. What in the world is that? You know, I hate that. And this guy was referring about that, about Pleiadians from 12th Pleiade and Nephilims. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And
If
well,
you want to talk about quotes in quotes bad guys, yeah.
yeah,
hmm
and those are the ones that were threatening him.
Yes, exactly.
And he said they are not what they're saying they are. So and you are the only one, Peter, and I have had a lot of people angry about this. You're the only one that has talked about the 12D Pleiadians as being bad, because all whistleblowers seem to think that you need to believe the Pleiadians 100% and that they're good.
Give me a second. Pleiadians are good ones. Once we are talking about original Pleiadians, that means, because once you are talking about Pleiadians, period, right?
Right.
Then it is Pleiadians, or sorry, they are Pleiadians from 15th Pleiade. And that's the problem. Because original Pleiadians, once they were not splitted, right, were only one. They were settled in 12th Pleiade. But that's the stuff that it is the same case as with Anunnaki, right? So technically, uh, as Anunnakis were, how can we say it, like split it to good ones, aka Elohims and or Elohim Anunnakis, and bad ones, aka Nephilim Anunnakis, but we are using only Elohims and Nephilims. This is the same stuff. Good, once again, good uh, Pleiades, so Pleiadians were forced to move out of 12th Pleiades, and they settled 15th Pleiade, right? Or Pleiade. And the original one, so, or ones, sorry. So Pleiades, sorry, my bad, Pleiadians, most people are talking about, they are from 12th Pleiade, and they are the bad ones. Because it is, you know, in this, like, how can I say it, like in this saying, like smarter, once there is a beef, or once there is a, how can I say it, like fight, I mean not physical, I mean, do you know what I mean, but like,
Yeah,
once
conflict. Yeah.
conflict, I mean, once you are shouting at each other, once you are smarter than another side, you simply get like, do you know what, okay, it's fine, despite you know that you have the truth, you got, I don't know, like evidence and all kind of that stuff, do you know what, okay, and that's it, because they are good ones, and they don't want to have fights, they don't want to have any trouble, do you know what, okay, screw it, and they just went out of 12th, sorry, Pleiade. That's it. And they moved, they settled 15th Pleiade. And that's the stuff. That's the stuff. Uh, there's something happening?
No, I'm listening.
I don't know, because there is something like computer error or something like that.
No,
But
there
it is
was
not
like a
on my...
bell or something in the background.
Uh-huh, okay, sorry. Was
So
like...
so
So
no,
this
yeah.
is it, what most people don't, and that's the problem. I don't know if they don't know it, and or if they know it and don't, how can I say it, and they are overlooking it and overhearing it, if you want to say, do you know what I say it that way, do you know what I mean, it's like, what in the world?
So is it possible that some of these people might even be communicating and following directions in their with their communication, their information from the 12D Pleiadians?
Not 12D, no, Jessica, please.
Just the 12, you call it?
12th Pleiade, not
12th
12D.
12th Pleiades. Okay.
This is another problem, because
I
12...
thought you meant dimension. Okay.
Give me a second. I never ever said D. And there's another problem. How many people are saying 12D? Most. I don't want to say 80. 90, 95, 98% out of the whole, I mean all the world, with the world's whistleblower community. And it's not true. It is not they are from 12D, that means 12th dimension. You've got like, how can I say it, rings, in Pleiadia, and it is from 12th ring. So this is it, 12th
Oh,
Pleiade,
okay.
and they moved, the good ones moved from their original home, what means 12th ring, 12th Pleiade, three rings away, and they settled up 15th ring. That means 15th, they are from 15th Pleiade, 15th Pleiade. Sorry for my pronunciation, I know it sucks. But they are not the bad ones from 12th D, aka, or in other words, 12th dimension, and the good ones, they are not from 15D, in other words, 15 dimension. No, 15 dimension. It is not true. And everything with all of this, it's huge, it's big mess, it's
It
crazy
is. Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah.
And of course people are upset. I know they are, and they are right, to be perfectly honest, to be pissed off. I am not I will not watch my language, because once I will be at, I'm trying to, how can I say it, be empathic to them, and I know that, no, I am not talking to them, towards them as to people from whistleblower community. I am talking, I mean, to whistleblowers itself. Sorry, my bad. To whistleblowers themselves. I'm talking to people, they are listening. So audience of whistleblowers, because I will say why. Very easy. Because once I will be following whistleblowers community, and every single one from the very beginning will say the same thing about certain topic, and once someone will came up, or let's say appeared, sorry for that, and say the different stuff, what the heck is that? Of course they will be confused, or if I will be on their place, I will be confused. I will be like, what in the world, like wiped out of the comfort zone. I will be pissed off. Once again, I will not watch my language in this case. Of course, I'm trying to be empathic, but that's the stuff. The bad Pleiadians, sorry, not Pleiades, it's space in the universe they are living in. It's very easy to be tricked by Pleiadians. Very easy. And they can pretend very, 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 very goddamn good, uh, that they are someone's they are not. Believe me. And that was especially it, what this guy was referring to, or referring about, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah. And the whole thing is because they're advanced, they can trick people, and like you said, that they're not what they're saying that they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, because I've communicated with Alcyon, Tagada, in some of these areas, and some of them are really helpful. But then there are those that just 100% all Pleiadians are good, and if you speak bad about them, they don't want to hear it. But they're opening themselves up to levels of deception, and you have to see there's just like there's good people, and there's people that are out to deceive or to steal or to manipulate or whatever. And if you close your eyes to that, then you're vulnerable to have something happen. And so I think that's why this conversation is important.
Yes,
But you're the only one, Peter,
exactly.
that's talked about it. Only one, and I think that's really hard. Also with the Anunnaki, and everyone's afraid of Nibiru coming because they
But
said
I just want to ask you, and your personal opinion. Once I know, and it is not I'm thinking, I'm uncertain, or whatever. Once I know for sure, 100%, and I'm 100% sure I'm positive about something, what the heck should I do? Should I, quotes in quotes, follow the crowd and nah, or maybe and say absolutely opposite, or whatever, like just be silent, stay silent about certain things? What? No, no, I don't want to do that. No.
Well, there's quite a few people that, they're very articulate. They look like newscasters. They start talking about some of the stuff regarding space, and extraterrestrials and all that, and everyone believes them because of their presentation, but they don't necessarily have all of the accurate information. And I'm not saying that they're all bad, but the disadvantage that we've had is that people want want this perfect presentation. We don't have that, so they're assuming that we know less, and that's not necessarily the case. I mean, we're just not into all the bells and whistles, and the of course, Peter is multilingual, and so we're just trying to get the information out. But we do know, and Peter, your message has not changed. Anyone can research and look at the information that we've discussed, whether it's back in 2017 or so, and going forward, or 2016. I don't know when the first one was, but I do
It
know
was
that
like 2015 or 16 or
2015.
so, something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, or so, something like that.
yeah,
Yep.
and so your message hasn't changed, and you've been trying to inform people about what's going on, from the information and data that you have factually in your interactions with the ACIO, and also being an insider and having been connected to facilities like the Area 51, and there's many others around the
and
world that
and Area 51, Pine Gap, and yeah, like Yamantau and all kind of that stuff. Yeah,
yeah, these are all the locations that you've been to. Is that correct?
not only been to it, they are sister facilities. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you
So,
are right.
in interacting with them regularly. So, I know that people want qualifications and so forth. You've got it here. We just don't, have we're not polished, and we don't have the ego that goes along with it. We just want to bring the information. And as I said, it's going to take a little while before people start to really see. I think there's still a lot of facades and illusions, and they're not able to see through some of these things. So we'll probably still hear people talking about the Anunnaki, and it's still scaring people about Nibiru coming. And what's the story about Nibiru, Peter?
Do you know what actually Nibiru is such complicated and complex stuff that it can be maybe Nibiru special if you want to call it
Okay.
that way.
Well, why don't we do that? Well, we'll go over a little bit more in depth in that, and then just like the cyberpunk, we'll dedicate a show to maybe discuss the history of the Nephilims, and what they've been doing on the planet, and some of these topics that it's clear that people don't fully understand. I know Zachariah Sitchin talked about a lot of it and opened up a lot of conversation and speculation, but we'll dedicate that to another show. But I think maybe if we can provide some clarity, and that's the best that we can do. So anyhow, and at least I'll have a show that I can send to people if they ever, continue to bring up these topics with me. But moving on, this is from December 17, 2020. So now they're saying that Antarctica is shaking like crazy, more than 50,000 earthquakes in 3 months, and it's baffling scientists. And we've talked about this already, but it just seems like it keeps going. It's getting worse. Um,
Yeah, the stuff is that technically Nordics are preparing for, let's say, big stuff.
and by are they going to expose some of the stuff that they're doing by creating this heat that's obviously melting things?
Yeah, exactly. And they are up to reveal their technology, especially army stuff.
And how is that going to affect us?
Try to guess. We in ACIO are trying our best to wipe them out of this reality and to get them to another one. Because that will be, quotes in quotes, a great war. Great is another term for World War, Third World War.
If they stay, that's what's going to happen.
If they let's say not if they stay, it necessarily will happen, but if they stay and succeed to get to the ground and to the rest of the world, because
Right.
now they are living underground.
But they can shapeshift and look like us, and
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
yeah, and that's
Exactly.
this is what you're dealing with the Shaw House.
Jeez. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Okay. I don't know. I was drawn to this article because it feels like there's something going on in Romania too, and it's been coming up in my private work. How a far right party came from nowhere to stun Romania on Sunday's election, and that let's see the date on that 8/12/2020. George Simeon and
Yeah.
Claudio I can't say his name properly. Tarzu Tarzu.
Tarziu, yeah,
Yeah.
Tarziu. Claudiu Tarziu, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything particularly going on in Romania, or is this a natural occurrence here?
Yeah, in Busegi Mountains, they've got huge, underground complex. Butse as Butsegi. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Butsegi Mountains. They've got huge underground complex, and it's complicated to get there. Do you know, guys? Can we make a pause here because I need to do something?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we were just talking about some things that are going on under the in the Busegi Mountains, and you said it's very hard to get there. But is there new activity going on in the Busegi?
Yes, yes, exactly. It's goddamn complicated to get there in the first place, and in the second place, it's huge underground military base, and eh, despite we are, as in ACIO, are in charge of the base, there are, let's say, certain part of the base we are in control of it, but it's under the lockdown. It's maybe people will be not happy to hear this word lockdown because it's all around the world lockdowns going on, but the stuff is yeah but the stuff is what they're doing.
I was just
Okay.
looking. Yeah, I was just like see if I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
find some.
So the stuff is that it is under lockdown. Only few people, yeah, Anunnaki base. This is it what I was talking about. And it is so, or it happened so, because um, because Let's say there were certain experiments made, and they were not there. They went not that well as they believe, and that's how can I say it? That's the outcome. That's the outcome. The lockdown of this part of the.
So the project, whatever they're working on, they're not doing it now,
No, it
or
is not they. It is technically another part of. I don't want to say we own it or we are under the whole, let's say, charge of the base, but we are cooperating in this base. It is pretty much the same stuff as is Area 51 or in Yamantau, Area 51 in US, Yamantau in Russia, whatever. But this was really strange, and they really screwed, and I mean really screwed the experiment because no, let's do it, and that happened, and that's it.
did anyone get hurt in the process of them?
No, no, no,
No.
no, no.
Okay.
The structure really was really damaged, and I mean really damaged. It was in pretty bad shape when we got there, when we went there first time after that, and it was not so easy to fix it, you know.
Yeah.
So this is it, and they are sorry, they uh, Anunnakis, my bad. And Nephilims, they are influencing and then make all kind of crap in Romania.
Okay.
They
Yeah. And so
were and
that's
they
why
are.
there's all this stuff
Yes,
going
yes,
on.
yes. That was it. What I was referring. What I will technically. I am now referring it about, but technically I was re up to refer about that. Yep,
What
exactly.
about the whole lore about the vampires and Count
Do
Dracula?
you know what? It's true.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. Originally, it's true. Um, we've got Elizabeth Bathory, and they've got help me, Vlad Dracula. Yep,
Yeah. And does
yep,
Dracula actually mean dragon, or like the dragon
mm,
family, or
yep. Dragon family. Yep,
yeah? And
not
because you hear a
dragon,
lot
but
about that with
dragon family. Yep, dragon
you
family.
hear a lot about that in China, the dragon families.
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Is it the same thing? Are they?
No, definitely not. It's not the same.
Okay.
Believe me, it's not. Nope, definitely not.
And is he immortal? Is he still walking around, and others are
In
immortal?
another incarnation, yeah.
Yeah. Or another body, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is it anyone in power right now?
Nope. For our sake, we can be happy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, help me, Transylvania. That's the part of, historical part of Romania.
Yeah.
Once, what we are referring about.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, there's a lot of weird lore about it, and I thought, well, maybe you could shed some light. Maybe we can do a special on something like that too. It's
Yeah, definitely. We this like
yeah.
it's yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here's the next topic. All right, so is this garbage, or is vaccine or vodka? Russians told to choose their shot. Russians are proud to be amongst the first countries to have a large-scale vaccination campaign against COVID, but they're less enthusiastic about the adoption stipulation that anyone taking the jab cannot drink alcohol for nearly 2 months. Health authorities say that the Sputnik V vaccine, which requires two shots 3 weeks apart, is not effective if booze is consumed. So, is in a reverse way, is that to say that vodka could possibly protect people that are not in agreement with this vaccine?
It is not possibly. It's true.
Okay.
No, what? And that's
So
the
now
problem.
we'll be all drinking vodka.
Holy crap! What I did just? Holy crap! No. Okay, and that's the problem because people can get like, what the heck? You are supporting alcoholism, whatever.
I
You
know.
know what? Give me a second. No, this is the problem. Many people are no. I will just start to drink whatever, and that's the problem, right? The stuff is that many people, even doctors, seriously, I'm not faking, medical doctors are highly recommending for certain diagnoses, especially cardiovascular problems, then cardiovascular problems, then what is it? Help me. Uh, then saddle problems. I mean, like kidney problems, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, for example, you need to drink, but this is it. And I'm not 100% sure, so I will not say if half deciliter or 1 deciliter, but this is it. Right after you wake up in the morning, so drink it, a half deciliter, either half deciliter or 1 deciliter of red wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say you will get rid of the diseases, no, definitely not, but it will help you, and this is the stuff.
The
it
Russians
will
have
it will
used.
help you, but it will get in conflict with the vaccine, that's true. Yep.
Uh, I know that. Well, the Europeans have used wine has been a staple, and they claim that it helps their heart. Within
As I
reason.
said,
Yeah.
cardiovascular problem, yeah,
Right.
that's the
And
problem.
and I know that the Russians have use vodka for medicinal purposes at times. Some people, when they have a flu in other cultures, they'll drink brandy, warm brandy. And I'm not really much of a drinker. If I get drunk once a year, I mean I don't even know if I do that. So it's
Yeah,
not
in,
about that.
in other parts of the world, brandy, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you are
but
right.
and I'm not an advocate. Like I know some people have serious problems with alcohol and they can't touch it. They can't even have a drop of it, or else it brings in another problem. And so, but this is for those of you that don't have a struggle in that area. It's
And
just
this is
another little,
exactly it. Yep, exactly.
yeah.
This is
It's
exactly
it's
it.
another
Yeah.
little tip, just in case people are feeling like they're pushed into a situation they don't know what to deal with. Then vodka might be something. And it also says that, but 1 glass of vodka will, let's see, the national drink has an alcohol concentration of 40% compared to the champagne's 12%. Just 1% of alcohol in the body has a very negative impact on the effectiveness of the vaccine, he explained. That is why he recommends not drinking alcohol 3 days after each of the 2 injections of vaccine. And the World
But
Health
that's the
Organization
that's the
estimated.
problem,
Yeah.
because they are talking about Sputnik V. That means in Latin numbers like five.
Mm-hmm.
Sputnik
Like
V
five
means five. Yeah, yeah.
vaccine.
That means they are talking only about the Russian vaccine, and I don't wanna uh, stand. I mean, like up or I mean against or up for Russians. No, I'm just. I mean for Russians. I'm just and their vaccine. It's overall problem. Like. Any sort of medical treatment it's in big conflict with any sort of alcohol.
Right.
Not only I don't know, like vodka, brandy, or whatever, whiskey, whatever, rum, whatever, or I don't know, wine, even wine or beer. No, it's no go, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
I have always noticed that people that drink don't get as sick sometimes. I don't know if it kills some of the bacterias or
Give me a
viruses.
second. Give me a second. You are right, but this is it. Drink, but not get drunk like crazy
Right,
ass alcoholic maniac.
right.
Yeah, because drink from time to time may, how can I say it, keep it under control. Do you know what I mean? And that's the stuff. And that's another problem, because many people are like, I've got it under control. No. Once you are saying it, or someone who is saying this to you, I've got everything under control. No, period. It's end for them. It's
Hmm.
alcoholics. They are, I mean, it's the stuff
It's
when
serious.
alcoholics are getting into serious trouble. No,
Yeah.
I've got it under control. No, it's like, I don't know, after 2 or 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours after they wake up, not get up of the bed, because it's not the same, and they are goddamn drunk. They can drink, I don't know, like 2 or 3 bottles of wine, 1 bottle of hard alcohol. We are calling it hard, so technically it's what, like 380, 300, 300. You need to cut this off, sorry. 38% plus alcohol, something like that. Do you know what I mean? We are calling it in region where I am from, like hard alcohol, so 38 plus percent plus.
Yeah. I mean,
And
we know that that's a huge problem. Alcohol is a huge problem for a lot of people, but considering that we have another huge problem here, this is just another idea that I
but do you
thought
know
was
what? Do
worth
you do
talking
you know
about.
what? Actually, once again, I don't want to promote any sort of type of alcohol, whatever. But you are right that, for example, I know personally many people, they suffer. Uh, they are suffering, respectively they suffered because they passed away, for example, cancer. And believe it or not, but this is it, not alcoholic, like big time, like big issue with alcohol, but drink it in, how can I say it, like acceptable level, unacceptable level, and they are living. Yes, they are struggling, and it's not so easy to live with cancer, to technically suffer these terrible diseases. But many of them, they were not drinking any alcohol at all, or mm, only very seldom. They got much worse problem with cancer than the ones, they are, once again, not alcoholic ones, but like they are drinking more regularly, let's take it that way or say it that way.
Yeah.
And or even people, they were not drink it, either not drink it, drinking a lot, at all, or drinking very seldom, and they were living with cancer, for example, cancer, much shorter period of time than another ones, they were drinking on regular basis. This is, what the heck. That's crazy, but you are right. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, you are right.
Well, this would be only like for a short period of time if you're forced into a situation and you're
Yeah,
looking
that's
to
true.
see if you can not, get SARS or HIV or something like that. You're trying to wash it out of the system as fast as you
Yeah.
can. If you're really stuck, and we don't. That's the other thing is they're rolling out. Of course, there's different combinations of each vaccine's different, but you know, some of these people don't might not have a choice, and I'm getting concerned for them. And I hope that this ends. Honestly, I mean, because the people that are getting sick are not dying, and they should
Yep.
just let it go. Let this run through because the people are seem to be doing fine without any injections. But the people that are guinea pigs right now, we don't know what the full outcome is. But some people are. There are reports
Yeah,
that
but
people are getting sick.
I just want to say that, and this is, don't take it, young or younger people, don't take it as some sort of attack towards you or whatever. But what I am receiving, or how can I say it, according my point of view, or from my point of view, this with COVID, there is this what phenomenon that younger people, they've got much worse problem, COVID, let's say, going through it, and they are dying whatever. And I will say you why. Because older people, young people, let's say till the age of 30, maybe 35, I don't want to say all of them, definitely not, but most of them, they've got all the good stuff they possibly can imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or most of them, not of course not all of them, but most of them. And the ones, generation I am, or you are, so technically, generation, what I am referring, or what I was referring about, let's say we can be their parents, right?
Yep.
uh, we've got tougher childhood in the first place, and our let's say,
Immune system.
let's say not only childhood, but once we were young, so I don't know, like once we was 20, not only 20, 25, 30, everything was more complicated. Once we want to do something, and I don't want to talk about money only, but it is like, for example, uh, get a trust. In English, it is you need to earn my trust. We need to earn. So technically, once we want something, we need to work for it, and work for it hard, or harder if you want to call it that way. Once again, I don't want to say all of young people are like that, but most of young people got pretty much everything what they want and what they need. And that's the stuff that there is no collective immunity. This is it, what I want to say, or what I want to refer to. Do you know what I mean? This is the stuff, and that's the problem that many people don't want to accept. Like, what the heck are you talking about? That I need to go to the gym. What? What the heck are you talking about? Go to the countryside. Go to rural area. Did you ever been on the ranch? What? What are you talking about? Okay, just spend one in summer on ranch. There is no need for gym, because you are forced, once you won't survive on ranch, or on homestead, whatever. you need to work hard physically. There is no need for for going to some gym. No, forget it. Or I don't know, there was no allergies because there is all the time you was in the nature 20, I don't want to say all the time, but 24/7 non-stop. If you wasn't in the nature, you was very close to the nature. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't the problem.
And you built up an immune system just by being exposed to nature all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
even the people they were from the street, sorry, and even the people they were from cities and big cities. Most of them, they've got, I'm talking about our generation, so I'm talking about like someone between, let's say 45 or 50 plus, let's say 50 plus, I mean age, so 50 years old plus or 45 years old plus. They've got some uh, family. They are living, or they were living in rural area, and that's it. They were going. They visited them regularly on regular basis, and they, as you said, naturally built immune system. Yep, and they don't need to go to the gym because that was the gym. Once
Yeah.
you worked on the ranch or do technically duties on the homestead, that was it. That was your fitness
Yeah.
center.
Physical work,
Yeah.
planting your own garden and doing that kind of stuff. And,
Yep.
it's winter time. I could hire someone to shovel my snow, but I do it myself.
Yep.
So you have to,
Exactly.
I think about that. It's like, it's not that bad.
Or
You
for
just go at your
example,
own
or for
pace.
example, or for example, there is fall. I mean, autumn.
Yep. Rake the
Okay,
leaves.
I can,
Yeah.
I can what?
Yeah. And you rake your own leaves, and
Rake.
that's what I
Yeah,
do.
it's like what the heck? There are tons. There are tons of leaves. I need to rake them. That's it.
There are
I,
people that
oh,
are in their 60s, 70s. They're in great shape. I see them out and they're working in their yards. And
but this is it. What I'm
yeah,
what I'm talking about. And the people, they are like 25 or 30. What the heck? What the heck? I can make better. I don't want to say better, but equal or very 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 um, let's say comparable outcomes in physical tests com- with 20 25 20 22 25 years old, technically boys. From my point of view, they are boys, and I was like,
yeah,
what in the world? I am 50 and this is it, years old guy. What the heck, man? Are you serious? And you are going to the army? Jeez.
yeah, you're right.
Ah,
I think that there was something that happened to this generation where kids stayed in too much.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they weren't
Exactly.
playing outside. I mean, we used to play, I don't know, maybe 12 hours a day outside. And
Exactly.
yeah, they're missing out. And I wish that it would go back to that again. But also, another thing too, people were baffled that the homeless people were not getting sick, and they were
Because they've
like,
got, this is it, because they built their own natural immunity. Exactly.
yeah,
Because they are living in dirty environment, all kind of that stuff. Yeah, exactly. They've got naturally built immune system, immunity. Yep, their
mm-hmm,
immune system, it's in much better shape. Exactly. Yep, it's it. As you are saying. Exactly.
yeah. I mean, they're not. They drink a lot of
No,
alcohol too.
no. I mean,
Sorry.
I mean, no. I mean, you are right. No, but I mean, you are laughing about it, but it's true.
No,
You
it
are
is
right.
true. It is true. I mean, their brains aren't right, but yeah, people were wondering, well, why? Well, they were even questioning the virus because they said that, well, I don't know if it's bacteria or a viral, but they were actually questioning it. Why is it the homeless getting it then? And I knew why immediately is because of they were so used to all different types of elements that
Yeah,
this wasn't affecting them. They were
exactly.
built
And they
up.
need to
They've been
face it. They need to face it. And there is technically, sorry, there are technically only two ways. Either they will survive or they will die. No other, no third way existed. Period. End of story. You are right.
right.
Goddamn right. Yeah.
Very, very tough way to live. I mean, but that's a
I
choice. But
know.
we
I
we
know.
have some more. That's a good idea though, Peter. Is to get people to not be so dependent on the gym because that's all recycled air from all these other people and working out and
I'm just saying because I
yeah,
was homeless for 2 years and I know what I'm talking about. I'm not. It is not a secret. I know what I'm talking about, and is it. I was
yeah. I
homeless.
mean, you weren't homeless because of any habits or drugs or alcohol. You were homeless because of another situation.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
can I can say what happened. It is not a secret. We did the mission. We It went well. But during the process, during the mission, the conditions, uh, so technically, they've got certain aim, certain goal. There were no other quotes in quotes parameters set. I mean, the way how you or how we should achieve it. And certainly, out of nowhere, there were conditions. What should and what shouldn't we do in order to get it? What the heck? Nothing like that ever existed in the before the missions and mission and once it started, and in the first place and in the second place they changed, let's say, like something between one third, so approximately 33% and one half, so 50%, the aim. And of course we failed. Because of this we failed. And there was a ghost protocol. That means the government of the country, of the state we worked for, get everything out of us. Like they completely put it fingers, I mean the hands, away from us. And not only that, but they backtracked us. They left us in that country. And of course they were not stupid, and they know that we will get away ASAP, right? uh, that we tried to get away. And once, because we split it, we were not so stupid, we split it in order not to be so vulnerable. But we've got all our own ways of communication. And once we tried to leave the country, they sent assassins commando. so
wow.
so that's it.
So then you just went into living
Of the street, of the
off the
of grid,
street just
technically.
and then you how
Technically.
did you get out then?
This is a long story, and I don't want to talk about that because it was very bad experience. It gives me very, very, very lot of, let's say, experiences, and then let's say crafts. How can I figure the stuff? but I don't want to talk about it in the first place, and I can't talk about it in the second place because once this happened, I mean, once I will start to talk about it, people, certain people I don't want to happen, they immediately will recognize what I'm talking about or what I am referring to, and I don't want to do it. Sorry, no.
In the movie with Keanu Reeves called Chain Reaction,
Yeah.
and he gets framed for him and this other scientist get framed, and they were
But
working on a
I'm
hydrogen.
just sorry, but I need to finish this thought. And this what I was this what I was describing. I mean the overall, let's say overall uh, way, the overall system, the overall way how what I describe is absolutely usual, very common system, the basic principle, uh, how those kind of, let's say, services are operating. It's normal for them. It's like another big deal. It's, let's say, another mission.
just
You
just
know.
just to let people drop off and go, have to
No,
figure
no,
out their
no.
own
I
way.
mean, give me a second. To start mission or whatever, and once, let's say, conditions or circumstances changed, even during the process, they have no problem to technically throw you in the middle of the things, and it's up to you if you will succeed or not. And if you or not, what's technically most happened in most cases, it is happening in most cases, they have no goddamn problem to send assassin commando uh, for you. I mean, to, of course, for to kill you. It's goddamn crazy, man.
So do they assume that you're dead right
No,
now?
no, no. Give me a second. They don't care. Since certain situation, they don't care. But they are sure that I will not talk about stuff. I mean, details,
Yeah.
because they know that I know that they know that I am not that stupid and not say, if in order to say details, because it will be a dead wish, and I don't want to have a dead wish.
No. No,
I'm
definitely
just
not.
saying. Yeah.
What I was gonna say, this
Sorry,
relates.
sorry. I know I went much off topic, but
We did that a little bit today. That's okay, but I just wanted this. This is related to your what you just said. In the movie Chain Reaction, and Keanu Reeves is framed for something. Him and the scientists, and they were doing a hydrogen project. He's running away because he knows that he needs to investigate who's framing him and why he's being set up. And he, in the process, he makes believe that he sits down amongst a bunch of homeless people and he's not recognized because no one really looks at homeless people.
oh, that's true.
Yeah, so it was like I don't know if anyone's ever in that situation. It is a good way to blend in, especially the cities where there's a lot of homeless people.
But do you know what actually? As I said, it was good. It was good experience for me. No, it's I and I'm very honest. It was
You see
very
the
good.
world from another situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
true. That's
yeah.
true.
So I had a relationship issue that put me and my son in a situation like that, and you're right. It's very shocking to see how many people go through those systems and shelters and things like that.
And
It's pretty crazy.
do you know what actually I wasn't in the shelter.
Yeah, no, you were right on the street. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
No, I was in well, the shelter system is like a prison system, which I
Do you
didn't
know what
realize.
actually it's yeah,
I
it's
didn't
pretty
realize
much like
before I went in there, but I was trying to protect myself, and there was all sorts of like cameras and everything all around, but I was thinking I'm locked down. I don't have any free I literally didn't have any freedom. So either way I was, you get screwed. And so I think I changed my hair about 5 different colors.
yes, yes,
And yeah.
technically the stuff is that I tried to get uh into, like, some sort of, how can I call it, like, charity for homeless people, and they were offering, accommodation.
Hmm.
You need to only what you need to take care of the whole system, so it was community and all kind of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But my problem was that, of course, they were very strict, but it was, I don't want to say impossible, but almost impossible to get rid of the troublemakers. Alcoholics, drug addicts, and whatever.
Yeah, and then they get violent, very
Yeah,
violent.
and that's the stuff. Do you know what actually? It was goddamn crazy. But I've got many friends from I got many friends from this situation, and they were like, what the heck, we don't need to be in this system, and they voluntarily get out and lived with me
Yeah.
because they were smart, and they, as you said, they don't didn't get homeless because of alcohol, drugs, I don't know, gambling or whatever, but because of goddamn complicated circumstances and conditions, whatever. And once they were smart enough, like, hey man, we can just live and on the streets, and sleep under the bridge, but we are not stupid. We can start with business or whatever. And actually it worked. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
It
No, that
worked.
they just needed some help and someone to direct them in the right
And
way.
we
Some of
we
them are.
get heads together, as I like to
Yeah.
say, gets to heads together, and then we start a business. Actually, no, I
Yeah.
mean it for real.
I almost gotten kicked out a couple of times because I was helping people that they wanted to punish in the system, and there was a black woman, an African American woman, had 6 kids, and they dropped her off at a medical office like 3 or 4 miles away, and she had a young boy, a little son, like 3 years old, and they refused to pick her up. And I actually went to pick her. They said, if you do that, you're going to get kicked out. And that's the kind. I ended up fighting with them quite a bit, and I just got tired of watching it. That it's very very cruel sometimes. The stuff that they
Yes,
do.
because technically, let's say, uh, in one hand, or in from one point of view or certain point of view, the rules, once they are strict and set up to be, let's say that way, to be somehow or whatever, it's fine. But under another circumstances or conditions, where it's absolutely useless to say that the world is black and white only, or 0 and 1, or I don't know, like, what, like yes or no only, and that life and the world is colorful. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what in the world? You need to help those people. That's the stuff. Yep.
I would.
Yep.
I helped them. I would tell them not to say anything. I had a car. Some of them didn't have a car, and some of them I protected them so they wouldn't get in trouble. But I think there were times where I knew I was there to get help, but I thought, well, eventually when my situation settled down and I can go out again and not feel threatened, then I can deal with that. But the people here, I did the same thing. I try to help them, and some of them were helped, and some of them weren't. But
Yeah.
at least I helped them get their, I give them rides, and but they got angry at me for helping them, very angry.
And this is what I'm talking about. Yep.
Yeah, but
Sorry, that
yeah.
was
So yeah, no,
sorry,
this is
sorry,
way off.
people, that we are off topic. But I think that we are not in, let's say, any broadcast. I mean, how can I call it? Like
We're not under
mainstream
strict
broadcast
rules.
station, TV station, or radio station, and there are no strict topics. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't have it any other way. So, all right. So here's another topic. Stonehenge under the Lake Michigan. Is that true, Peter?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. Nobody's ever really talked about it, but then again, it's under the lake. But maybe that's why there's some issues. Is this the same group like over in England? And
Yeah, it is. It
is it
is.
is it the ancient Celts that did a lot of this, or which group did?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Druids. Sorry. Yep. You are
Druids.
right.
So the Druids traveled quite a bit then, right?
Not only space wise, I mean like via. No, I'm not saying only in the space, but I mean like space on the surface of Earth, but time wise, like mutual. Yep, multiple systems. They've got multiple systems. Yep, you are right. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
here's the last topic of the day after we've covered everything in our lives here today. Tom Cruise is going to space to film an action movie. He's 57 years old, but he seems to take very good care of himself and has a very a positive outlook or whatever. Like he can, seems to do whatever he wants to do and not be limited, although he may also be something else. So I think we talked about him being a part of which corporation? Are you there, Peter?
What happened?
Where did she just showed up and started choking you with the
Where
guitar?
am I?
Did she moved you to another location?
What? Where am I? I was in the house.
Where are you now?
I don't know. It looks like my home, but... What? This is crazy. What is this? I was in the show house.
You're in the show house now?
I was in the show house.
Oh, and you thought it was your home?
It looks like that.
Wow.
And she tried to force me to have sex with Heather.
Wow.
Because she liked to watch. She told me she likes to watch.
Are you okay?
I don't know. There is a drum full of blood dropping. This is weird. Why the...
Do you have a wound on your throat?
Yeah. Jeez.
Where's Chloe?
I don't know if I am at home. Hey! Look at that!
What is it?
There are tons of clocks. Tons of clocks. Covering all the walls. What in the world is that?
So you don't know where you're at?
No. Those are not normal clocks. Wall clocks don't show the date. Here, on each of one of them are total crazy. Date and year. What is that? What is that? Jeez. What is that? Jeez.
What does it look like?
Clocks. I don't
Does
know.
it look like the inside of your house, but then it has all these weird clocks?
No, it looks. But there are clocks.
But it does, the looks like your house, right?
Yeah. No.
Anything else look different?
The smell again.
Oh, it's perfume.
No, it's not perfume. Vanilla. Why all the time?
Is anyone there with you?
But jeez. She's staring at me.
Who?
Heather is staring at me.
What does she want?
She's mesmerizing me.
Well, tell her you're not interested.
But looking like... Do you know what that means? Jeez. What the heck happened?
How did you get there?
I don't know. I was talking and then everything was black. Then I opened the door and I was there.
You said that she started strangling you.
But after that, what in the world is that? This is not okay.
Well, this happened when I was talking about Tom Cruise.
I don't know. Everything is weird here.
What corporation was Tom Cruise connected to?
I told you, he's with Umbrella.
Umbrella, that's what I thought. Do you think that when we talked about him, that it opened something up?
I don't know, I'm just saying. It's weird.
Well, are they with Shaw? The Shaws are with the Umbrella Corporation as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Everything of this is crazy.
Maybe he got angry that we were going to talk about him.
This is weird. Everything of this is so crazy. And she's staring at me, playing with the hair. Why she's playing with hair? What? No, clocks, old clocks.
Old ones.
Old clocks. No, very old. Like 19th or 18th century. Big clocks, big clocks. Big clocks. Very big clocks. Big clocks. Yeah, exactly. Like them.
Like the big
Many
ones,
of
like
them.
these grandfather clocks.
Hmm. Jeez. They are all over the place. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that or whatever. Jeez. This is crazy. Holy crap.
1890s.
I don't like it. And she's staring at me. I don't like this situation. I don't like it at all.
And nobody else is there, just the two of you.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, this is exactly
Like
like
that.
tons of top clocks with different clocks. Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Christmas cuckoo clocks.
Jeez. Isn't this crazy? Holy shit, what should I do? Okay,
You need to get out of there?
I think. What happened? What happened?
I don't know. Are you out of
I
there now?
out of where?
You were pulled into some place with a bunch of clocks, and Heather Shaw was looking at you. And she had,
No, impossible. I'm here. Yay, okay. You mean the portal? Okay.
that was a portal that just opened up,
Yeah,
and you said you saw clocks all over the wall.
that's it. Portal. Yes, like that. Clocks. And I've got the strum. I've got the strum. She tried to choke me. Yeah, I've got the strum. Full of blood. Why?
Are you okay? Are you back at your home? Did you come back?
I don't know how to be perfectly honest, but yeah. What?
Well, we were talking about I have to find that article. Where did the article go? Oh, there it is. This. This is how we were going to end the show.
It's so weird.
I
Weird
brought this
ending.
as soon as I brought this picture up, then you got attacked by Heather.
No, but by Janet.
Oh, by Janet. Are they connected to him? Did they do that because I brought the picture up? Do you think that's the reason?
Yeah, I don't think I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm sure.
They don't want people to know that he's teaming up with NASA and SpaceX to do a film project. They're trying to protect him.
Definitely. Some sort of. Some sort of. Yeah.
He'll be staging 100-mile-per-hour car chase scenes as Jack Reacher to breaking an ankle, jumping across rooftops as Ethan Hunt, as he's going to change his identity in the movie.
Yeah.
He's famous for doing his own stunts. He's almost 60 years old. But he is who? Who is he actually? Is he also a Nordic?
Yeah, why? You know everything. Why you are asking? It's not fair.
According to a Deadline report, Cruise is teaming up with SpaceX and NASA on the project, which is reportedly an action-adventure movie. It will be the first narrative film ever shot in space.
You know everything.
Cruise will travel to the ISS. The U.S. stopped sending astronauts to the station after it closed in a shuttle program in 2011. Since then, the U.S. has paid Russia to transport astronauts to the space station. But SpaceX and NASA hope to soon usher in a new era of human spaceflight. It's called a SpaceX vehicle called the Crew Dragon, the company's Falcon 9 rocket.
Everything of this is weird. At least like they don't want to end us to, and they don't want to us to end up the show or whatever.
Yeah, no, they don't want us to talk about this, and I'm wondering why. Because it's public information.
Yeah.
Unless you know something about what is the name of you know how Paul Serene is the corporation name. What is the corporation name of Tom Cruise?
He's cooperating with Umbrella, as I said.
Yeah, but what is his name there? He's in charge of the corporation, right?
Yep.
And what is his name?
Now?
Yeah, and
I mean, in the corporation.
Yeah.
I will say you. John Slender.
John Slender, Slender.
As Slenderman, yeah. As Slenderman, as this lore. Do you know what I mean, lore? Like urban legend or whatever. Do you know what is weird? I've got deep wound in my throat, but I can speak. Wow.
Is it healing fast? Do you need to go put something on it, Peter?
No, it's maybe the biochip, I think.
They put in a biochip?
Yeah.
Do you need to take it out?
No, why?
Why would you want to have...
I've got it for years, and I figured it like 2 weeks ago or so.
Oh, okay. And what does that do to you, do you think?
Many stuff. It can be maybe another special show about that only.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you should go and get some healing, and we'll say goodbye to our guests, and you go take care of yourself.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you for giving me another opportunity to be regular on your channel. Thank you to all of our listeners that they still with us, and till next time, bye bye.
Okay, and thank you everyone for listening to the show. We will keep you updated, and to those of you, I don't know if we're going to do another disclosures before the holiday. Happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah.
And And thank
Yeah,
you.
happy holidays, because I think that this is our last disclosure.
Yep, for this year.
I mean, disclosures for this year. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
for 2020. Okay, everyone, have a good day. And thank you for all your support. Stay tuned for next time.